Hey, Pizzapotamus back here. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Got something in the mail that is kind of special to me, and thought I'd just kind of share it. Purchased this on eBay, and you see this kind of handwritten letter here. This kind of stuff just really goes a long way with me for some reason. I feel like in a society where people kind of are moving around so fast and trying to get the most out of their time. When someone takes the time to write a handwritten note, I think it just denotes a certain personality. But anyway, just basically wrote me a letter saying, thanks for the purchase, appreciate my business, hope I enjoy the magazine, and to leave positive feedback. They're trying to rebuild up their feedback. So a little concerning that we're rebuilding the eBay business, because that means that, maybe they did something shady in a previous account, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I had certainly a great experience. So this is an old Wizard magazine from 1993. Obviously a really cool cover, but that's actually not the reason why I purchased this particular issue. I subscribed to Wizard magazine for years as a kid. Comic books and collectible trading cards, whether it be Magic or X-Men cards. That was like my whole life as a kid. So Wizard was like the go-to magazine. And this is actually the first ever issue of Wizard that I ever owned. Number 19, so it was very early on in Wizard's history. Yeah, I just thought it would be cool I don't own this particular issue anymore because I was so excited about all the cool artwork in it that I actually ended up cutting up a lot of the pictures out of it, and kind of used them for different things. Like hung them on my wall, and probably put them on like books at school or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, I have a ton of my old Wizard magazines. This one did not make it, did not survive because it was the very first. So I just wanted to replace it, and also just kind of the fact that it's polybagged and still sealed is kind of cool. So I thought it would be cool to just kind of open up a piece of history here. And yeah, so we're gonna do that. And away we go. So, you got the magazine itself, obviously, and then Wizard was so cool. It used to always come with goodies, which in this case we got a card from the Max, a nice little hologram card. Out of the frame. And something that I probably don't care about even a little bit, but let's see what it is. Dragon Mage. Yeah, don't know what this is even today. So Wizard was my introduction to, most of the comic books that I got into. I mean, I learned about things like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Madman, and the fact that they were Transformers or G.I. Joe comics. Even though I love the cartoons, I didn't realize they were comic books. Bloodshot, Witchblade, The Darkness. I mean, all kinds of stuff came from this magazine. Oh, that is so cool. I had actually forgotten about that. Open that flip out cover, pretty cool. So I thought we just kind of go through the magazine a little bit, and just kind of take a look at some of the old ads. And oh, Prophet. There's a comic character from days long past. And Wizard was just a cool magazine. It just it had this certain charm to it, high production value for the time, on things that were proto-culture oriented or comic oriented. So you had a lot of fan art where people would submit their artwork. This is not an example of that, but I think it was usually pretty early on. Oh, look at that. This is so cool. This is an advertisement for one of my favorite X-Men card sets, X-Men Series 2. But yeah, it was just it was a fun magazine, and it was a bunch of adult dorks that were writing in it and contributing to it. So kind of just bringing the younger generations like me in at the time into things that they liked from the 80s, like Swamp Thing and Brat Pack, I guess. I never really went anywhere, but Swamp Thing was another thing that I was like, oh, I watched the movie as a kid, never knew it was a comic. So Valiant Comics. These were really, I wouldn't say they were big when I was a kid, but they were prevalent, and nothing really kind of came of them aside from maybe Bloodshot. I'm sure some people who are more into the Valiant Comics would correct me on that, but yeah, we got some video game reviews in here for NES, Echo the Dolphin. Oh, this is NES Game Genie. I was gonna say Echo the Dolphin was definitely like Sega CD. So, but yeah, 1993. Video games were definitely in their infancy of kind of home console. We only really had the Ataris and the Nintendo and Super Nintendo and that kind of thing. So, got some Star Wars stuff. Apparently, an Alien 3 game, an advertisement for a Game Boy game. Definitely a telltale sign of the times. Oh, this is cool. They had like drawing lessons. That was one of my main inspirations for getting into these magazines too. Is I would use them as source material to practice drawing. I used to draw quite a bit as a kid. What's funny is I probably would have enjoyed this more as an adult. Perfect timing on the adult comment there, huh? Just because I remember, like, as a kid, I'd like flip through this and be like, it's too many words, not enough pictures. But now it'd be, is this the same thing? Oh, that's so cool. So I can open this without damaging it. Oh yeah. So this is something I definitely would have like probably ripped out and put on the wall. But I think I destroyed the the cover itself, just because I like the picture so much of Wolverine. She-Hulk. Some more Wolverine stuff. Death's Head. He was a cool character. Definitely underrated. Oh, these are so cool. These are like the fan art, alternate covers, or pretending to make a cover. Really, really cool. That's amazing. I'm assuming that's Conan, Betty Page, Bart Simpson or Bartman, Venom and Batman, Thor, Deathlock, Donatello, and obviously Wolverine. That Wolverine was amazing. Pretty cool. Spawn was huge during this time frame. So cool. The guys from Image basically just left Marvel and just started ripping off all the characters. Like, that's very clearly Cable. Is very clearly Wolverine. That has a Silver Samurai feel to it. This has a Boom Boom or maybe mixed with like Polaris or something feel to it. In the early days of Wizard, they did the toys kind of mixed in, and then they broke out into Toy Fair, so there'd be a couple little sections on toys, usually customs. These look like they were probably made from other figures. I think that pretty much for sure with that crappy Ghost Rider. There's our friend Bloodshot. Comic Book IQ, so you can take a test, see if I can pass any of these. Which Daredevil villain was killed by materializing halfway through a tombstone? I have no idea. I don't even know by looking at the answers. Oh, it's multiple choice, and the answers are probably on another page. Who's Major League? Bad guy. Stole Namer's memory. Didn't like Namer. Have no idea. What's the Riddler's real name? Enigma. I know that one. Only from the Batman Forever movie, so that doesn't really count. What was the name of the organization? Strife headed up that gave the New Mutant a royal pain in the butt. No idea. I mean, these are deep, deep cuts. Who was the original Hobgoblin? No idea on that one either. Who suffered from substance abuse? Flash, Batman, or Iron Man? I would say Iron Man for sure. I like the Flash has a thing that says speed, maybe. Which popular rock band appeared in an issue of Marvel's Howard the Duck? I'm going to guess probably Van Halen, but maybe it was Kiss, because I know there's Kiss Comics. So I'm like totally sucking at all of these, huh? Which Star Trek movies sucked? The Wrath of Khan, The Final Frontier, The Voyage Home, Spock and Kirk, A Tribute in Spandex. That's pretty funny. I like how they did that kind of stuff too. Like, it'd be like a quiz like this, but they would just throw their own jokes in the middle. Definitely not taking themselves too seriously, so... yeah. And then we get into the price guides. Oh wow, this is like the hot comics for the time. X-Men #4, X-Men #5, all these like Jim Lee era. This was like totally my jam. Spawn, huge Spawn fan as a kid. Pit I liked a lot. It's interesting actually. So the top 10, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Valiant Comics. So I guess I was just a little out of the loop. Those were apparently very hot in the early 90s. Yeah, here's our price guide. Wow, so old looking. So I think it's just comics with this far back. Then they started doing toys, and they started doing comic cards. I think there was a time where they might have actually priced Magic cards as well. And then they started splitting it into different magazines. So they split toys into Toy Fair, and then Magic cards into Inquest. I think comic cards may have remained in Wizard, though. I don't know. So yeah, so that's the full Wizard magazine. We got Kane here on the back. I don't even know what that is, but yeah, super cool. A nice little blast from the past, and hopefully you enjoyed it.